It's the most talked about story on KXAN.com right now, gaining attention throughout Texas and across the country. Our investigation revealing law enforcement ticketing minority drivers as white. We first told you last week on KXAN News at 10 o'clock how police are supposed to record your race when they pull you over.
It is required by law to show whether officers are racially profiling. Because of what we exposed, the heads of the Department of Public Safety and Austin Police both say they are looking into this inaccurate reporting. New tonight, KXAN investigator Brian Collister asks those representing officers on the street why this is happening.
A DPS trooper pulled over Jose Ignacio Gutierrez last May for speeding in San Marcos. When asked where he was headed, Gutierrez said, taking his parents to Mexico.
Supposed to hurry, man. We have my grandma passed away in Mexico, so we're heading over to Mexico right now.
But instead of putting him down as Hispanic on the ticket, the trooper reported his race to the state as white. Some experts think that's not a coincidence.
Do you think this is deliberate?
I don't believe that it's malicious in the sense of trying to target large numbers of minorities and hide it. But I do think that there may be a kind of individualized deliberate attempt by officers to kind of protect and cover the frequency of their stops.
Our investigation found troopers inaccurately recording the race of large numbers of minority drivers, mostly Hispanic, as white. Experts say DPS traffic stop data reveals racial profiling reports are likely flawed. The agency blames the problem on a computer issue, but admits troopers are the ones trained to determine the race they record.
I just felt embarrassed, but then I thought, wow, we can fix that.
Sergeant Gary Chandler is president of the DPS Officers Association, which represents troopers.
I could just imagine the public was appalled to think that a police officer couldn't tell what race someone was. But I think if they accept the fact that it was a computer programming issue and that it could be fixed instantly.
Do you think that the officers do this deliberately to sort of water down the numbers of who they pull over?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because when the trooper's out there doing his job, I can speak for DPS, they're looking for a violation, the vehicle that makes the violation. And when they pull that vehicle over, whatever human being is driving it is irrelevant.
We also found the same inaccurate reporting from Austin police officers.
I think they've been put into a situation where they haven't been trained on it, and two, sometimes you just can't tell.
Detective Ken Cassidy heads up the Austin Police Association. Could it be that they're doing it intentionally to cover up who they're stopping?
You know, you never know. I mean, people do things for weird reasons or wrong reasons. I can't say whether they are or they're not, and I'd be disappointed if they were.
Now, we've also received questions about the distinction between race and ethnicity. Bottom line, these are the options available to law enforcement whenever they pull over a driver. White and Hispanic are both listed. Coming up tomorrow, our investigation continues as we hear from a state lawmaker planning to get answers from DPS directly on why this is happening. Brian Collister, KXAN Investigates.
And coming up tomorrow, our investigation continues. As Brian said, we will continue to follow this issue as it plays out. And remember, if you have something you want us to investigate, email us at report@kxan.com.